Thank you, thank you. Hey, good morning, CSL Seattle. My name's Jake, as Peter so delightfully proclaimed, and I am really excited for today. We have wonderful guest artists that'll have a very special announcement later, but for now, you're all going to help me with the opening sing-along. Thank you. We're going to do God is My Source. I think we all know that, and if not, it's very easy to follow along. I believe in you. God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. Let's sing that again. God is my source, God is my power. Hey, there we go. God gives me everything Thanks, Jeri. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything. Peace gives me everything I need. My source, peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. Love is my source. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. Joy, joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. Now back to God. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. Last time. God gives me everything I need.
Woo. Did you notice that lyric was everything I need? It didn't say only things that start with an A or any other limitation. It's a simple word, everything I need. And that's the idea behind, it's in part of what we teach here in the Center for Spiritual Living. And we welcome you here online and in person. I'm Reverend Don. I'm one of the staff ministers here, and it's my pleasure to welcome you. My pronouns are he and him. And I just got a few things to share in this welcome to just help creating our space and welcome you into a consciousness of love, of possibility, of freedom. That's what we're about today. And so if that's interesting to you, you're obviously in the right place. You've made an excellent choice. Pat yourself on the back and be grateful that you're here because you are in a community. Oh, scary word. A community of friendship, of love, of safety that we are consciously creating here through our staff, through the practitioners, through each and every one of us. Every one of us is important in creating community. Each of us brings that spark that is unique to us. From the little ones to us old guys, all of us are bringing that spark. And we like to recognize that through community and by supporting each other. We have practitioners that support that. We have staff people. We have others that are just ushers and volunteers. And downstairs there are people making food that will be shared after service. All of that about community. Now, if you want to be in community, that is a little bit of a requirement on your part, is that you have to let us know you want to be in community. We're here. We're not going to tackle you in the aisle and say, hey, sign up. We're here and offer you chances here in the room. Well, I don't think we've done that, have we? No, I haven't. No. But it's easy because in the back seat back, you can color on these, or you can use them as a way to let us know how to get in touch. There's one called Connect or Connections. Give us a little email information, and we will only send you, there'll be more than one email a week, But the big one is a really good one because it tells you everything that's happening. The good stuff, the fun stuff, the stuff you say, no, not me, all of that gets communicated because we don't choose for you. We let you choose from all that we offer. We want to be able to support you in many, many different ways. Online, you don't get to do the card. You got to use your own pen and paper to doodle, but you do have a link popping up. Click on that link, and it will let us know and give us some information so we can know how to connect with you. While you're online today, you are not the only one. There are probably twice or 3 times as many people online as there are here in the room. You are a part of a big group, and it's really cool that you can just share in the chat that says, hey, I'm your name, and I'm in wherever. When I've logged on when I couldn't make it, hi, I'm Reverend Don, and I'm in Washington, D.C. this week or someplace. But we get to connect that way because it gives us all a chance to see that there are real people with us on the online as well as here in the room. Community is something that's really, really important to me. I love being in community and being part of this and being supported by it and supporting it. Now that you know what to do, the next thing is, guess what? This is the end of the month. Woo. Yeah, but you know what else that means? Next month is about to start. Oh, those of you who know me, that the first week of the month is Better Business Break. Tuesday at noon, spirituality and business coming together in a community online to prove the vine is alive in our businesses. We do that every month, the first Tuesday of the month, to bring those ideas together and support each other in that community we're creating in seeing that happen in our business. I teach that and lead that because I know it works. I've done it since, that long. My math used to be better, but I'm at level 69 now, and some things just aren't even necessary. But I know it still works because I use it still every day in running my business, in my ministry, in just being a good partner and a husband. Spiritual principles that work in real life are what I'm all about and this community's all about. So consider that. And those of you that are men that would like to be part of a men's group that practice the same idea of spirituality and masculinity, the first Sunday of the month, which is just next week, we have a gathering just across the street in the Annex for an hour at 10:30 to share and explore masculinity and spirituality. There's a number of men in the room that have been part of that group. It's a hybrid group. If you're interested, there's information on the website. If you're interested in here, you can ask me. But it's really about supporting each other and understanding our spirituality and masculinity. And we have a whole lot of fun, too. So anyway, I'm just glad to be here and be able to share with you this morning and welcome you into this space. Whatever time it is, wherever you are online, when you join in, know that you are held in a consciousness because this consciousness stays alive and active and available all week long. We're here for you. And with that, Reverend Jeri is going to pray us in.
Thank you, Don. The pause that refreshes, right? Take a deep breath. Exhale, peace. Big breath. Exhale, freedom. One more big breath. Exhale whatever you want. So I know in this room, we have filled it with the consciousness of God, but it was here already. We just become aware of it. Can't be outside of it, so everywhere I go, everywhere you are in your life, every moment, there is this. Whether it's silence, lovely music, a bird song, a thunderstorm. Thank you, Jake. Right on cue. God right? Whatever it is, God calls us home. So in this moment, just say to yourself, I'm home. And so it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm CSL 11 a.m. welcome to our amazing guest artists today, Rob and Melissa.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. It's wonderful to be back here at the Center for Spiritual Living. So the song that we're going to chant together, and if you caught that, we're going to chant together. This song that we're going to sing is called The Story of Sita and Ram, and it's also the title track of a new album that we have coming out on Friday. So we'd really love it if you, whether you listen to iTunes or Apple Music or Spotify or wherever you get your music, we'd love it if you could support us this weekend, starting on Friday. Hey, Paula. Oh, there they are. They're already up on the wall there behind me. So everybody, please say Shri Ram,
Shri Ram,
Jai Ram,
Jai Ram,
Jai Jai Ram,
Jai Jai Ram,
Sita Ram,
Sita Ram,
Jai Sita Ram.
Jai Sita Ram.
And this means victory to Sita and Ram. And the easiest way to think about Sita and Ram is that Sita is the goddess, that divine feminine energy that we all have, by the way. And Ram is the divine masculine. And so Sita is goddess and Ram is God. And Sita and Ram reside within our hearts. So when we chant this beautiful mantra, we're just waking up those qualities in ourselves. So I'm going to sing and you're going to sing back. So please prepare yourself. Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Your turn.
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Sita Ram, Jai Sita Ram. Sita Ram, Jai Sita Ram.
Sita Ram, Jai Sita Ram. Sita Ram, Jai Sita Ram.
Sita Ram, Jai Sita Ram. Sita Ram, Jai Sita Ram.
Sita Ram, Jai Sita Ram. Sita Ram, Jai Sita Ram.
Sita, Sita Ram. Sita, Sita Ram. Everybody.
Sita, Sita Ram. Sita, Sita Ram.
Sita, Sita Ram. Sita, sing from your heart. Sita, Sita Ram. Sita. One more, just a little stronger, please.
Sita Jai Sitaram,
Feel free to stand.
Jai Sitaram, Jai Sitaram, 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 Jai Sitaram, Jai Sitaram, Jai Sitaram, 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 Jai Sitaram, Jai Sitaram, Jai Sitaram, Sitaram. Keep singing. Jai Sitaram, Jai Sitaram, Jai Sitaram, 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 Jai Sitaram, Jai Sitaram, Jai Sitaram, 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 Jai Sitaram, Jai Sitaram, Jai Sitaram, 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 Jai Sitaram, Jai Sitaram, 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 Jai Sitaram, Jai Sitaram, 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 Jai Sitaram, Jai Sitaram, Sitaram, Sitaram.
Jai Sitaram.
Dang, y'all. Right? And rumor has it you've got merch? Other CDs? All right. Want a little bit of that at home? Good morning. I'm Reverend Jeri, and my pronouns are she and her. Well, okay. Groupies. Did I say she and her? Yes. Okay, good. My grandmother says, I'll call you anything. I'm like, yes, ma'am. So I'm here today to wrap up the month where we're talking about freedom. Kathy Ann started us off. Don was last week, 2 weeks ago. Oh, Cynthia James last week. And I get to wrap it up. And the title of this talk is One Law, Two Effects. Does that make your eyebrows squiggle a little bit? Because a law's a law? Too bad. Not in this teaching. So, I can see that some of you are new. So I want to tell you a little bit about what we believe. And it's based on this book, The Science of Mind. It was written by a man, Ernest Holmes. I'm going to say he's my hero. Yeah, he's my hero. He wrote it in 1926, and then he revised it in 1938. The book that we use is the 1938 edition. And he decided this thing about God, and I'm going to use the word God, and if you don't like that word, sorry. You can use whatever word you want, but I've taken it back from my upbringing God. This God that I know, he. See, I still say he. It's all right. It's pretty cool. So we teach, and I believe that God is everywhere and everything, and there's no way to be outside of it. You can't, even when you think you're outside, you're not. You're under an illusion. Because it's everything and everywhere and constantly expanding. And he describes God in 3 ways. So there's the God that does the thinking, intelligence. Sometimes you'll hear first cause. And then there's this part where it does the acting that Ernest decided to call the law. And then there's the thing that's done. So you got the thinking, the acting, and there it is. So today, I want to talk about the part in the middle. Because the part in the middle is where the magic happens. You might think it's the third part. That's just the result. The real magic happens in the middle. Now, the other thing about this law is that it doesn't have a mind of its own, which sounds weird because I just said it's God, but stick with me. This part of God just does what it's told. It's the obedient part. Ooh. Didn't think of that. Not a word that people associate with me, but, it's okay. Right? So it just takes whatever we give it, and it says, okay, there you are. So I think we need to start thinking about what we're thinking about, because that's what it's taking to make the thing that we either want or don't want. Today is about freedom, one effect, or bondage, the other effect of the same law. Because the law just says, whatever you give me, that's what you're going to get. And it's not being mean, and it's not giving something to one person and not another. It has no ability to do that. It can only say yes. And if you want to know what it's saying yes to, look around in your life. Just saying. So one of the things that I love about the way God interacts with me, because we also teach that God is personal to each of us. So when you think of God, or you think of God, and I think of God, it's a completely different thing because it's personal to me. I've had my time with it. I know how it talks to me. My God talks to me. I used to think it was just me thinking, but it's not. I hear stuff. One of the things I really appreciate about this God of mine is that it uses my curiosity. Like all the time. Like my curiosity comes up and then it takes me somewhere and I'm like, well, look at that. So when I'm asked to do a talk, Dawn, all of us, Andrea, Eric, Colette, whoever else is a minister in here, when you're asked to give a talk, they give you like a subject matter, and then sometimes they get it a little more narrow than I want, but that's okay. Again, not obedient. So I start pondering it. I'm a ponderer. I just like to let things percolate. I don't think about it a lot, but then sometimes I'll have some idea and I'm like, oh, gotta write that down. That's probably in the talk. So I percolate, and eventually I gotta make the coffee, right? It's gotta have something to drink. So that's usually about midweek, the week before. So I'm sitting there minding my own business, percolating, pondering, the law. The law. Now I know what the law is. I know what it does. I know how it acts. I know how I misuse it and use it. The law. And then I wonder how many times he uses the word law in this book. There's my curiosity. 173. Right? 173. Now I know that because my little pretty edition has a concordance in the back. It takes up, and look how tiny this type is, really. 3 whole pages. 3 whole pages on the law. First I thought that was the most used word. It's not. Conscious or consciousness. 323 times. Power, 164. What's my other numbers? Create, 150. Word, 135. Thought, 127. Now, of the 173 times he uses the word law, 90 times in the first 75 pages of this big book. Now, I think that must mean it's kind of important, right? Or else he'd like, oh, here, take it back there. 1,070 times, 6 words. I came up with this. I wrote it down so I'd say it right. Because I was like, wow, all of the consciousness, law, power, create, word, thought. There's something in there. Your conscious thought becomes your words, which have the power to create through law. There you go, science of mind. Ta-da! I thought it was good. I did a little or. It could be your conscious thoughts become words which are empowered through law to create. They both work. Right? This is how it works. This is how he says it works. Now, it doesn't matter what I say. It doesn't matter what anybody says up here. if you don't have your own understanding of it. And the only way you're going to get your own understanding, like I have my own understanding, and people here that I know have an understanding of God, is because they keep being in relationship with it. They keep thinking about it. They keep deciding, well, how does that work? Oh, I like that. I'll take that. Because there's some things about God that I was like, no. Anybody? My God is not vengeful. It's not petty. It's not a jerk.
Joy.
God is joy, absolutely. So, if these are so important, and I better start thinking about what I want and how I want it to be, then I better start using the law. Now, let's talk about laws. What's a law? Somebody, anybody, what's a law? Gravity, rule. Gravity's a good one. Anybody not believe in gravity?
Law is expectation to follow it as a rule.
It is a rule. Anybody not expect that to fall? Because if so, we need to talk. Anybody expect it to like fly over the drums kit or over to Gail or out the door to Patrick? Anybody think that this is going to do anything but that what it did? No, of course not. See, we believe in all kinds of laws. You went to elementary school, I reckon. Art class, you get yellow and red and blue. Now, I asked a friend this. She's not here, so I can say it. I said, so if you mix yellow and green, you get, and she said, purple. And I was like, what? I said, no, you mix yellow and red. She goes, purple. I was like, no, that's blue and red. And no matter how much yellow you mix with blue, you are still going to get green. That green can look almost black. It's still green. If it has a lot of white in it, it's going to be really pale. It's still green. It is never going to be purple. Right? It's never going to be purple. So, when you boil it down to the very thing that I want you to consider is, do you want to be free? Or, all right. Who said that? You want to be free? Yeah. Me too. Good for you. I do too. But we create bondage all the time. So on the first page, which weirdly is page 25, keep you on your toes. The very first page, it's the first thing he talks about. It's the first thing that he realized was that we can either be free or we can be bound. Listen to this. To suppose. Now, in this book, if you don't have this book, I want you to go buy this book. They don't have them in the bookstore right now. They're sold out. This book, I'm telling you, if you read it, and some of it is gobbledygook, y'all. Some of it is subjective this and objective that, and first person, last person. I mean, sometimes it's like, what are you saying? But if you keep reading, or you find somebody like me that's read it a lot, and there's still gobbledygook for me too, but if you start reading it, you'll get your own understanding. In the Bible it says, with all thy getting, get understanding. Because otherwise it's just hearsay. Otherwise it's just a bunch of us up here talking, and it might be inspirational, but you need to figure it out on your own. You really do. Not chastising you, I'm just telling you, you got to figure it out on your own. Because then it really is personal. So this is what he says. Again, in this book, if he capitalizes it, it means God. To suppose that the creative intelligence of the universe would create man in bondage and leave him bound would be to dishonor the creative power which we call God. God didn't leave us bound. That's ridiculous. I'm just saying it's ridiculous. How would it? And he even says here, to suppose that God could make man as an individual without leaving him to discover himself would be to suppose an impossibility. He's like, impossible. Individuality must be spontaneous. It can never be automatic. We're not a bunch of robots. We're here to discover the truth of ourselves, that we're made in the image and likeness of God with all the power and all the potential and all the ability and all the possibility that God is. That's the truth of you. You may not know it. Doesn't mean it's not the truth. There are times where I don't feel it. Doesn't mean it's not the truth. I just have to come back. Listen here. The seed of freedom must be planted in the innermost the innermost being of man, but like the prodigal son, man must make the great discovery for himself. Prodigal son, you know that story? Some of you are saying yes, some of you are saying no. On page 460 in Science of Mind, in the fabulous chapter, he goes verse by verse from the Bible, the prodigal son story. It is amazing. So the prodigal son is two brothers and their dad. And the older brother is the brother that does all the dutiful things. He does all the things he's supposed to do, and he's the good little guy. And the younger brother is like, I want to party. And the other brother's like, no, we have to stay here and help dad and, do the farm and whatever. And the younger son's like, I want to party. Give me my inheritance now. The father says, okay, there you go. And off he goes, because he's going to party. And party he does. And he spends his inheritance on all kinds of fun things until he has nothing. Nothing. He's penniless, he's homeless, and he's living in a pigsty. Now, I don't know about anybody here, but I've been in a pigsty, and it's pretty gross. I was 10. It's okay. It was my uncle's farm. Pigsty. He's living in a pigsty. And in the story, it says, and when he came to himself, he remembered. He came to himself, and he was like, dang, my father's servants, they're living better than this. So he's going to go home, and he's going to be contrite, and he's going to have his head bowed and be humble and say, I'll just be a servant. And his father, I got very emotional first services. Here it is again. His father sees him far away. And he's like, oh my God. Kill the fatted calf. That's a high honor in that time. To kill the most precious calf in the honor of someone. Bring the finest robe. He's home. He takes off his ring and puts it on him as he hugs him and says, you're home. That's God. That's God to me. I think in pictures, and that's God to me going, what are you doing? Come home. Because we put ourselves in bondage with the habits of our thinking. It's not the single thought that's going to do you in. It's the habit. Now, I have, after 25 years in this teaching, like anybody else here, Kathy Ann, our spiritual leader, Sonny Cantrell Smith. Is it Smith? Yes. We all have limiting thoughts. There's no getting away from it. No, that's a limiting thought there too, isn't it? Caught me. See how easy it is? So we all seem to experience limiting thoughts somewhere in life. Now I want to tell you, I have a flipping good life. I really do. I love my life. I'm in charge of most of my day. I get to decide when and how I'm going to do something because I don't have to go to a regular job. This is my job. And I love this job. I love being one-on-one with people. I love being in this pulpit. I love teaching. I love playing pickleball. I love listening to music. I love eating barbecue. I mean, I love beer. That's a good life. Right? I have a really, really good life. My home is filled with people that love me. Just like this. That's a tall order. And I get to love them just like that. But then I realized I got this thing, y'all. It's making me crazy. And it's making me crazy enough that I employed a practitioner myself to help me stop thinking this stupid thought that I keep thinking that only can give me more of it. I like the word vexing. It vexes me. Like, how can I know all this stuff and still do that? Like, that's silly, but I do. And I found freedom this week. Now, when I said that last service, this little voice went, yeah, but will it last? Right there in front of everybody. And I called myself out because that's what happens, right? There's a habit in there going, yeah, you can have some good, it's not going to last. Not for you. Right? We all have these stories we tell. Story isn't anything but words. It has no power except the power you give it, the power I give it. Oh, I give that little word power. And the more I resist it, you've heard what you resist persists. Why is that? I've already told you why it is. Why is that? Because you keep thinking about it. And what you think about goes through the law and it goes, here you go. Sometimes I wish it would go, are you sure? Wouldn't you rather, no, can't do that. So here's my question. Wait a minute, where's the other one? There it is. Again, how my God works with me. I'm sitting there yesterday going, well, I don't want to be in jail. And then I thought, Monopoly. You want to go to jail? Or you want to get out of jail free? Right? I did look to see if I could buy these for y'all, but no. Now, on the get out of jail free, it says you can keep it till you need it. So if you're not in jail in all these areas, don't spend it over there. You don't need it. You need it here. Spend it here. Now, if you go to jail, and it says go directly, remember? What else does it say? Do not pass go. No $200 for you, right? So think about something right now. Like, this is where it works. You have to stop and go, okay, what's not working? Instead of just going through life and then being like, ugh, that doesn't work. So think of something right now, whatever it is, doesn't matter, that you feel constricted or bound that's not working. Now consider the truth. Consider God in that situation. That's freedom. Ernest says our consciousness of God makes us free. Now again, there's been a lot of shenanigans going on lately. I like to call it shenanigans, so I don't say what I really want to talk about it. And it draws my attention. Some of it I'm like, oh, yes, I have to look at that. Like, really? At 6 in the morning, you got to look at that? No. Right before bed, that's what you want to look at? No. But I have these habits, so I have to interrupt them. All those things that grab your attention, that make you feel, I was going to say make you feel bad. Choice, we're always at choice. We choose to feel bad about. That may sound weird, but it's true. Nothing can make us feel something. Feeling comes here, not here, okay? So when I'm feeling angry, I got so angry the other day. Oh my God, I had the gritted teeth, had the arms. I was just boiling mad about some shenanigans. And I'm talking to my wife, and I'm like, it's so hard not. And then I went, oh, you just said it's so hard not to look at it. Well, then it has to be hard. That's how it works. If I say it's hard, it has to be hard. The law can only go, well, here, let's make it hard for you. If I say, I'm free to know God in this situation, I'm not bound. Then the law goes, I'll give you an experience of freedom. If something is difficult at work, somebody just say something. Something's difficult at work. Say it? Politics at work is hard. Okay, because different people, right? So I choose to see the Spirit of God within every person, regardless of their affiliation and beliefs. Ooh. Yeah, see, that's hard. See, it's just sneaky and nefarious, this thing. So we have to be disciplined. We have to be disciples of the truth. So I want to share, and by the way, I'll do my own plug. I'm teaching Essential Earnest, which is a class that does this book. This is the book, Essential Earnest, starting on August 25th on Zoom. And it combines this book, and he wrote 2 books before this, Creative Mind and Creative Mind and Success. Another book he wrote is called This Thing Called You. Let me tell you about you, right? This Thing Called You. Dang, that's a good book. So this class will have parts of all of these in that one class. It starts on the 25th, not Labor Day, and I think it's 6 or 8 weeks. I read Ernest every day. I read it every day. I read him because by reading it, I've gained understanding. Because life unfolds before me, and I can choose how I want to live it. And when I read Ernest, I somehow find more freedom, even in the midst of some really terrible things. Some hardship, some anger, right? So I want to share a couple things with you. What we demonstrate today, tomorrow, and the next day is not as important as the tendency which our thought is taking. Now, he puts that part all in caps. That's when I feel like he's yelling at me, like in a good way, like, hey, listen up. The dominant attitude of our mind, that's the tendency of our thinking. Now listen how sweet he is. He's sweet. He's poetic. If every day things are a little better, a little happier, a little more harmonious, a little more health-giving and joyous, if each day we're expressing more life, we're going in the right direction. We're just going in the right direction. Don't worry about where you are. Think about where you want to be. There's another passage here that I love that he says, the only place to begin is right where we are. So just start there. Start with one thing. Maybe it's this thing you thought about this morning. Say, I'm gonna know freedom there. What does that mean? What do I have to think about? What do I have to know? How do I have to turn my consciousness back to the God within me that is the power all about me and through me and for me? Because God's always for you, kids. Always. It can't be against itself. And you are God in form. You're God expressed. Listen here. Nothing is real to us unless we make it real. Nothing can touch us unless we let it touch us. Refuse to have the feelings hurt. Refuse to receive anyone's condemnation. In the independence of your own mentality, believe and feel that you are wonderful. See how sweet he is? It's not conceit, it's the truth. Now, before that, he talks about some of us have a hard time when we've dwelt on limiting thoughts. He says we need to dwell on something that's unlimited. So he says, think about the ocean. He says you can't count the grains of sand on a single beach. That's pretty big. Recently, now that name of it's gone out of my brain again, it's a new digital camera with an 8-meter lens. Come on, anchored in prayer, you know. It's down in Chile. It's got a name. Sorry. Huh? No, it's not a periscope. It's a giant digital camera. It's the biggest digital camera ever made. And they took a picture of the sky, this little teeny tiny sliver, because it can only, can only go so far, so wide. And they discovered thousands and thousands and thousands of galaxies, galaxies dancing together, galaxies being born, stars going into nova. It is incredible. It's big. The universe is huge, and you are the universe. You're the universe. Everything here is the universe of God. I saw this great picture the other day. They call it the cosmic vine. It's 20 galaxies rotating, and they're all rotating together. They're all touching each other in this long, long vine. 13 million light years across. I can't even fathom what that is. I know a light year's big, right? And it's 13 million of them. He says, think about things that are unlimited, and then think about your freedom. I love this line. Mechanically, if necessary, compel the mentality to cognize, not recognize, cognize reality, capital R. Cognize means to know. So I don't just name it because I can see it and I'm familiar with it. That's recognition. But to know it, to cognize, big R, reality. So what do you want? Freedom? Everyone? Yes? Yeah. Bondage, anyone? Freedom, yes. Yeah. I like you. She knows what she wants. See, this is how it is, right? May I? Do you mind? Sorry, I can't see it quite through. Children don't come in limited. They come in knowing. We put the limitation on them because somebody put the limitation on us, and somebody put a limitation on them ad nauseum. He knows he wants freedom. Hallelujah. Let us be little children, huh? Let's pray. Oh, I'm grateful. Like Jesus said, the little children shall lead them. And so let us have that mind. Let us forget all the nonsense that we've come to believe that was never the truth. We are the expansion of God. We are the expression of God. We are the self-knowingness of God that said, I need to take form, and I'm going to do it. and there and there and there and there and everywhere into the vastness of the universe, and it's still doing it. It's not done being free. It's not done being you and me. Let us choose freedom. Let us remember that we have a choice, and then make it. And so it is.
So this next mantra, it's all about freedom. It's called the Maha Mrityunjaya mantra, and that literally translates as the great freedom over death mantra. So it's a prayer, or it's an offering. It's one of the most ancient mantras in the world. It's several thousand years. We don't know exactly how old it is. It's from the Vedas, and it's a mantra dedicated to Shiva. And Shiva is the Lord of yoga. And yoga is one of the tools that God has given us to release ourselves from bondage. And the essence of this mantra is in the final line. You can see it up there. It says, Mrityor Mukshya Mamritat. And Mrityor means death, and Mukshya means freedom or liberation, and Mamritat means the nectar of immortality. And this is one of the key essences of the ancient wisdom of yoga, is that yoga tells us that our true nature is an eternal nature, that actually we're not just our body, we're not just our mind, we're not just our intellect, we're so much more than that. And so by coming into that awareness and understanding that wisdom, we gain that freedom of, say, literally losing our body. How can we grieve losing our body if we know that it's not really our true self? And Reverend Jeri said this beautiful line that Ernest Holmes said, that God awareness is what leads us to freedom. And so in yogic terms, this awareness of our eternal nature, that is the awareness of God within us. And so that God awareness leads us to freedom, and this mantra is all about that. It's very complicated. If you know it, sing along. If you don't, it's okay. It's also said to be a healing mantra. So maybe if you don't know it, you can just meditate on some place in your life that you would like healing, or perhaps somebody in your life that you would like to send that healing vibration to. So.
afternoon, almost afternoon. I'm Kenny Pulsiver. I have the pronouns he and him, and I am on the Board of Trustees representing this lovely center. We have a couple of opportunities we wanted to bring to mind. The community conversation that's coming up on Tuesday, 5 to 6 p.m. There's a Zoom link coming in your email if you haven't received it already, and that is an opportunity for exactly that, to have our community conversation about CSL. And the other piece that's important is the postcard project we started last week. You'll see us in the lobby with the postcards where you can think about what you want CSL in 2030 to look like. And then you're gonna write what that looks like and feels like and give that to us back here in 2025. Because we want to hear you, we want to make sure that we are continue to grow and be the center to meet all the needs of all the faces here and online. We appreciate your time. Look for us in the back. There is a QR code in the back because the link for the postcards in the email isn't working. So just go ahead and scan the QR code in the lobby, and there are other board members here. Nancy's here, Sarah's here. We'll all be in the back and we'll help you get those postcards filled out. We look forward to hearing what you have to say. Thank you.
And the link he's talking about is for the conversation. The postcards are, no? It is? Oh, it is? Okay, never. Is wrong. Okay, my bad. So a few quick announcements. Today's a very special day. We're having spiritual tune-ups by our practitioners. Will they stand wherever they are? Yeah. So you can... Where are we signing up? In the back? You can sign up in the back for a time slot to have a practitioner pray with you. Something you want to change, something you thought about today, get some support. Something you want more of, get some support. It's a wonderful thing, this gift that they do quarterly. And it starts at 12:30. There you go, in this sanctuary. The other thing, because we got to tell you, Beck. CBEC, right? It's a wonderful time. It's a week long. There are fun and games. There's deep spiritual connection. There's community connection. And as I said let me just look around for a second. There's tie-dye. Friends don't let friends wear tie-dye, people. Okay? Oh, there he is. Yes, you can tie-dye. Woohoo! Love it. There's still room, and you can do half weeks, and there are still adult and family scholarships. So consider it. If you're going to do a half week, do the last half, because it's the most fun. I'm just saying. Create a Better World. I'm a part of that team, and we are doing a school supply, not backpacks, school supply drive. You can get more information downstairs. There's a table, pens, paper, all the stuff, but not the backpack. The people we're giving this to had a corporate donation of backpacks. They do not need your backpack. Please don't give that to them. But buy enough stuff to fill it. That you can do. So I forgot to say, maybe it was up there, there's a lot of ways to give to this community financially. That's what we're talking about right now. Because it takes a lot to keep these doors open for 103, I think we decided last service, 103, 104 years. It's been a long time. And I like to think about the people that did this 50 years ago so I could be here. Or 25 years ago when I first came. That this place can be a place of community because it's you and me. And so we gratefully and graciously accept your tithes, your offerings, your gifts of time, whatever it is, however you contribute, it's being a part of this community. We do a little ritual. Who's got Janine? Janine has the basket. We make it fun because giving should be fun. Oh yeah, listen. Go on YouTube. There's a great video, Raymond Charles Barker's book, a little booklet, Money is God in Action. Let that change your mind about money. It is fantastic. And if anybody knew about prosperity, it was Raymond Charles Barker. So I think it's a half-hour video. It's really worth seeing. So we're going to do a little dance and have a little fun. So I invite you, after I pray, I get this part wrong all the time. After I pray, I invite you to come forward, and Jim will gratefully and bless you with your tithes and offerings and gifts. So let's just open to the joy of giving, the joy of receiving. They're not separate. God is a constant flow of everything. And so I open my heart to receive all that God is. I open my mind to give what is mine to give. And I know what that is. And I do it with joy and love and thanksgiving, because that's the reason for it all. And so it is. Come on up.
Thank you. Oh, the joy in this room. I'm Cynthia, and my pronouns are she, her, and I am a practitioner here, a prayer practitioner. And I just first want to say thank you, Jake, for the wonderful music. And thank you, Rob and Melissa, for opening our hearts so wide. New CD coming out Friday, so look for that. Music in the back. Spiritual tune-ups right after service, 12:30 to 2:30. Sign up, there's space. And why do I say that? Because I'm a prayer practitioner. Because prayer is your get out of jail free card, right? So we have prayer online. If you're joining us online, KY's is there for prayer support after the service. Michael, Transformation Circle over in this corner, prayer as transformation. Transformation box, Jeri in the back if you want to write your prayer down or sit with Jeri and know your truth. Because honestly, prayer is that way we can breathe in life and exhale freedom. Just through prayer. And even if your only prayer is to be grateful, that's a prayer. So I will say in closing that I'm so grateful that I know that God is this conscious intelligence that has planted the seed of freedom within us. And all it takes is to realize that seed within us and turn our attention to that freedom by saying, God is freedom. I am one with God, so I am free. So take this message out into your world today, tomorrow, this week, and make this world the place you want to see it. A better world, a more peaceful world, a freer world. Thank you. And so it is.
All right, everybody, it's time for the closing sing-along. You all know the drill. Please rise as you're able. Please get up on stage and dance as you're able. Although if you get up on stage and dance, please be careful of the very awesome yet fragile instruments. Thank you very much. We're going to sing this little light of mine. I think we all know it.